Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pioneer content on the channel. For those of you who don't know, the ban announcement just took into effect. I have a video on that. Go check that out if you want to hear my thoughts and what I think the metagame is going to look like moving forward. But TLDR, they removed Amalia and Sorin Imperious Bloodlord from the format. So Pioneer saved, right? Well, is it Phoenix still able to roam free? But the thing about that is, if there's 3 decks that you really have to target, you have to kind of spread your sideboard slots around, and you get to this position where you can maybe have an okay matchup against 2 of them, but not the third. When it's just Phoenix, that's the only deck that you really have to worry about hard targeting. I think that maybe there's a chance that sort of might self-correct itself, and we'll have to see as we play some games in Pioneer if that is the case. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to explore some archetypes that were good before Amalia was printed, which was way back in, I think, towards the end of 2023, and this is one of those decks. This is Gruul. I'm still calling it Boats, even though there's no where's the Boats? Streamer, where's the Boats? But I'm still going to call it that. You can call it Gruul Vehicles, whatever you want. This is a red-green aggressive deck that utilizes a bunch of mana acceleration in the form of Elvish Mystic and Llanowar Elves with powerful 3-drops. Reckless Stormseeker, I'll zoom in because the card preview is kind of weird on double-faced cards. Bonecrusher Giant, Huntsman's Redemption, so on and so forth. And then, at the top of the curve, you have Esika's Chariot, Akroan War. So really an aggressive deck that's utilizing mana creatures to jump the curve and then take advantage of 2-for-1 creatures and things that just put a lot of pressure on your opponent. There's a couple of new cards here. I'm trying out 2 Pawpatch Recruit just for additional 1-drops. It's also, what I like about this card is it's flexible, where you can play it on turn 1, or if for some reason you don't have a play when you have 3 mana, you can offspring it, make a copy, and go on, so on and so forth. And then trying out Hunter's Talent, which is kind of a weird one, and one that I think after playing the league, I probably would not recommend moving forward, but I wanted to give it a shot. The concept here was it was a removal spell on the first level, so when it ETBs, you basically get to bite one of your opponent's creatures. And then on the second level, the +1/+0 and Trample is pretty huge, especially when you're talking with stuff like Chariot and Bonecrusher Giant that have large power. So that was kind of the theory, although it didn't really play out in practice. You'll notice there's 2 main deck copies of Unlicensed, and as I did mention earlier, Phoenix is probably public enemy number 1, so that's the reasoning for that. Might be a bit excessive, and maybe you should just put all of them in the sideboard, but I do want 3 in the 75, and this kind of gave me the freedom to, free up a couple of sideboard slots. So, we talked about Elf and a Stormseeker, but there's another angle of this deck that does come up very frequently, and is sort of like the, I'm not going to say alternate kill, but I'll explain it. So, Huntsman's Redemption, it's a saga. Chapter 1, you get a 3/3 beast. Chapter 2, you can sack a creature to search for any creature or basic to put it in your hand. And then on 3rd chapter, you give 2 things +2/+2 trample. So, you play it. Chapter 2, you sack maybe an extra elf or some random creature lying around. You go get Voldaren Thrillseeker. Then, on the next turn, on the 3rd chapter, you give 2 things +2/+2 and trample, ideally maybe your biggest creature, and then after that creature has +2/+2 and trample, you then play Thrillseeker to give it an additional 2 counters. In the case of Bonecrusher, making it 8 power, you attack with an 8 power trampler that can also be flung at your opponent. So it kind of gives you this weird way to one-shot your opponent outside of combat, which can be relevant, especially against decks that play a lot more to the board. So that's kind of the idea there. There is 1 copy of Tranquil Frillback in the main. This is kind of a spicy sort of tutor target for Huntsman's Redemption. It is versatile, blows up artifacts or enchantments, gains you life against red, hits graveyards, so it does a lot of stuff, but it is kind of expensive. So I think the 1-of is good in the main deck, but I certainly would not play more copies in the main for sure. And then, Chariot kind of topping out the curve. Akroan War did lose a little bit of its luster now that we've lost Vein Ripper, or we lost Sorin, which means we lost Vein Ripper. But I think it's still good because the Rakdos decks are probably going to go back towards playing a whole bunch of Shieldrids, and this card is really good against Shieldrid. And even against decks that you would assume this is bad against, like Boros Convoke that has a bunch of small creatures, it's still pretty good because the Chapter 3 can just wrath their whole board. You can steal their 4/4. There's a cute trick, the main joke of this card, as it were, is you steal their thing on Chapter 1, and then with the third chapter on the stack, you use their creature to crew a vehicle, and then it's tapped for the third chapter. So that's kind of the idea there, but it just has a lot of utility, and I even have a third one in the board as well. Mana base, nothing too crazy. I will say these decks used to play more Mutavaults, but that was when they were on 24 lands, so I've shaved the Mutavault as we gone down to 23. But, you know, Lairs, Dens, couple utility lands, Boseiju, and then your various shocks and basics. Sideboard, we have Rending Volley, which you might think is unnecessary now that Amalia's gone, but it's still good against Phoenix to kill Ledger Shredder, and there's going to be Spirits, Mono White, all those kinds of decks that it's still good against. And the Festivities for Boros, because I do expect a pretty big rise in Boros Convoke. Third Hearse for Phoenix, 4 Damping Sphere. Yes, you see that correctly, 4 Damping Sphere, because the Lotus Field matchup is abysmal for this deck. Scavenging Ooze for Graveyard, same with Lotus. 2 Fable, I'm boarding these for the Jund decks. I think I prefer Huntsman's Game 1, but I want additional copies of grindy cards against Rakdos. The third Akroan War, and then can't leave home without our trusty Elk Companion. Yeah, that's it for the deck list. Again, let me know what you think of the new Pioneer format in the comments section down below. I would love to hear your feedback. And with all of that said, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. The Phoenix deck in Pioneer keeps dodging the ban list very similarly to like you said, the legacy Delver decks, where, you know, Delver has been one of, if not the best decks in Legacy over the past 15 years, but they're never going to touch Daze, they're never going to touch Wasteland, Force Will, any of that stuff. They just keep, like, banning the additional threats around it, which, I mean, I don't know how you would necessarily do that for Phoenix, per se, because they don't really play additional threats, you know what I mean? So, like, if you kind of compare it to Delver in that sense, like, if you look at the history of Legacy, they've banned Red 6, Ragavan. What else were, like, targeted Delver bans? I'm sure there's more that I can think of, but basically they essentially just keep banning, Dreadhorde Arcanist. They essentially keep banning threats around the Delver shell, but, like, if you wanted to weaken the Phoenix deck, I don't know exactly how you would go about doing that, you know? That's kind of where I don't really, like, I don't know what you're meant to do at that point. Because, like, what are the threats in the Phoenix deck? It's just Ledger. Now that I'm saying it, like, what if they just ban Ledger Shredder? What would Phoenix look like if they banned Shredder? Yeah, they'd go back to Thing in the Ice. That is true. And they did play Thing in the Ice for a little bit. Some even still do, to be honest with you. Alright, we're probably going to die here, but... Your name is Phoenix. I feel very popular right now. What's up, Rosie? Every single time people say Phoenix is too good, it just ends up being solidly tier 1, but not overpowered. I mean, I think that there's definitely formats where you can look back on that's not necessarily true. I mean, if you go back and look at the metagame prior to Vampires, there was I guess maybe prior to Amalia, because what LCI came out at the end of 2023, right? So what was the metagame like prior to that? It was a lot of Phoenix, right? Yeah, they can also play Artist Talent too, but Artist Talent is different because it's not a threat, right? It's not necessarily attacking you in the same way that Shredder is, and dodging the graveyard hate in post-board games like Shredder does. Oh my goodness. That's a Chandra. Chandra jump scare. Chandra located. I mean, we can kill it. Right? I think I'm just going to go here, kick, exile their graveyard, crew, kill Chandra. I don't know if I have a better line. I want to save the Thrillseeker for next turn. And exiling the graveyard can matter. If they have, what, the 3/4, Lair. So it could be relevant against Lair. So crew here. Attack Chandra, attack you. I do have to kill the Chandra for sure, though. But we're not really pressuring them that much. They still have 4 cards in hand, which I'm a little scared of. I don't know if that combo is good enough for Pioneer. It seems a little too slow. Yeah, if only I could have done that. Was there? No, because I only had 6 mana, right? Yeah, what'd they do? They scryinged for stage, and they copied. Can I kill them? 6, 12, 15, 16. Wait, 18? Hold on. Math time. Pretty sure the most I can do is 13. Right. Yeah, I also can't use the Thrillseeker to crew, because the Chariot has to be a creature before it targets. So basically, I have to animate this before I play the Thrillseeker, so I guess we're just going to do that. Because I can't kill them regardless. So I might as well just, like, deal them as much damage as possible. So attack here. I mean, we're going to kill them next turn, but we're probably not going to get a next turn. Alright, Preach. Okay, Hedge Maze is a good sign, I think. Means we're not just, potentially not just dead right now. Might be missing something. 6 mana. Well, Frillback relevant? Hold on, Frillback relevant. Wait, do we now not have lethal? I think we don't have lethal now. Shoot. Because they played 2 blockers. So I can level the talent. You must have lethal. I don't think I do. Wait. 3, 4, 5. No, I think I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Shockland, Stormseeker, 2 mana left over. Level talent, Stormseeker, pump, Thrillseeker, attack with everything, talent, pump, Thrillseeker. No, that's 1 short, right? Oh no, because I can attack with 1 elf. Okay, I think I figured it out. Hold on. Let me cook. Let streamer cook. Let me go here. Yeah, I think this is enough, right? No, because the Stormseeker has to target itself. So Stormseeker target itself, attack with everything, talent target here. Then they put this here, this here. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I am 1 short. Wait, am I actually 1 short? Alright, I think I'm just going to hope they don't block correctly. So this target's here. Kill Lair. Do I want to? Wait, what if I Hunter's Talent pump the Stormseeker and just send everything? Oh. Well, that changes things. Okay, well, if they had that the whole time, then I think it didn't matter. Because if I went for the Den, they still had the Boseiju. So now I guess we just send with everything? Because then if they block Lair on one of the 3s, then we can throw the Thrillseeker at the Lair to kill it. Yeah, we have to kill the Lair for sure if we can. It's nice because they actually gave us an extra mana so that I could attack with both elves. Yes, we let damage happen. Kill Lair, and... I mean, they only have 1 card, right? They only have 1 card in hand. Hold, please. No, stop tapping mana. Stop tapping mana. Don't do that. Don't tap mana. Alright, let's go. Ooh. What a game. I'm too stressed right now. I'm way too stressed. Alright, good thing I prepared for the Lotus field matchup, huh? Excuse me, Damping Sphere coming in. We don't really have much else, do we? See, that's the thing. I knew that there was going to be a lot of Lotus Field today. Because if everybody expects Phoenix to be tier 0, then, you know, you just have to, right? Yeah, Hearth's kind of mid. War's kind of mid. We could do this. Look this way. Is anything else bad? I mean, at least everything else has text, right? The talent's kind of mid. Bonecrusher's bad? Yeah, but, like, are there any cards in my sideboard that are better than Bonecrusher? Maybe Fable. I guess Bonecrusher hits for more than Fable. Is that relevant? I could do this, maybe. 2 Fable, 1 Scooze. Yeah, that looks better. Let's do that. Just boarding the Jeff. El Jefe. El Jefe. Oops, thank you again for the Prime. I appreciate that. We're on the draw. We do be on the draw. No. Talent sucks. I mean, it's not great. Maybe Bonecrusher is better than Talent. I was thinking that Chapter 2 could be relevant against them. Obviously, Chapter 1 doesn't do that much, but it's possible that Chapter 2 could be... Even then, I doubt Chapter 2 is better than Bonecrusher. I keep saying Chapter, I mean level. This hand's not bad for what it is. This might be a slow roll Damping Sphere type of hand. Basically, wait till they play Lotus Field. Reforge is on 125 streams. I don't know if I've ever done anything for 125 days in a row, besides sleep. I don't know. Good luck. Wait, do we go? Okay, hold on. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, playing the Llanowar is huge. Do I Redemption or do I Elf Copter? I'm definitely not casting Sphere, by the way. I'm making that apparent, because they have Boseiju up, I think. I think it's Elf Copter, right? That's what I'm thinking. No, I like Elf Copter. Because that gives me the opportunity to rip land and go Redemption Sphere next turn. Which I think is better, right? I guess maybe not. Because the other thing that I could do is just go Redemption this turn. Next turn, float mana, sack, get a basic, and then go Copter Sphere. Maybe that's better. Which essentially is the same thing, but I just have one less elf in play. It's kind of close. My fear is that they did show us Growth Spiral last game, so if they go Growth Spiral into Lotus Field, it could be awkward. Yeah, they did have Growth Spiral last game. When the sun down... This song is so good. Was running around enjoying your birthday yesterday. Oh, I see. How was... happy birthday, by the way. Do we play the Sphere now? What did they get back? They got back Vizier. Is there a chance I die next turn? I can't die this turn, right? Because if they have Lotus Field, they go Lotus Field, float 2, Vizier, untap field. This is still untapped. Then they would need tap 4 mana, strings, untap both, float 2. Stage, copy, 2 floating. They would basically need 2 hidden strings. Is that likely? What else are we doing? Why not Sphere? Basically, the point is I want to, like, basically debate them into going like Lotus Field copy and pass with 2 Lotus Fields, and then I Sphere them because they have no colored mana, right? So there's, like, usually this tension of whether you want to, like, try to slow roll it as long as possible. I don't know. It's probably not right to do it, though. I think I'm just going to jam it. Because there is a chance I die next turn. Even if it's not likely, there is still a chance. I'm going to do this first. I don't need you. Elvish Mystic, get out of here. Yeah, there is definitely a chance I can die next turn, so... How do you feel Lotus Field combo matches up now that Amalia and Vamps are gone? I mean, Lotus Field was, I believe, if I recall correctly, maybe Lotus Field players can confirm or deny this, but Lotus Field was really bad into Amalia, right? Like, that matchup was disastrous for the Lotus player. So I would imagine if you lose one of your worst possible matchups and there's a huge increase in your best possible matchup, I mean, it's probably a good thing for Lotus, right? You lose the 0% matchup, and then everybody else starts playing the 95% matchup. And like Lotus destroys Phoenix. Can confirm as a Phoenix player. Is Deathrite Shaman a good card now that Phoenix and Golgari Food is now tier 1? The issue that I have with Deathrite Shaman is there's just no fetch lands, you know? The reason that Deathrite Shaman was broken, the reason it got banned in formats that it did get banned in, was due to the fact that because they're just off it. Because there were so many fetch lands, like you guarantee it was always a mana dork, you know? But the issue with Deathrite Shaman in Pioneer is it's a mana dork, like, what, 15% of the time, maybe less than that. It's just, you can do better as a one-drop. Like, you're almost better off just playing Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic at that point. Because, like, you probably value the mana acceleration more than anything, but you're just not getting that mana acceleration that often. This hand's close, but no cigar. Excuse me. Okay, this is better. Can keep this and put back Karplusan Forest. I think I'd rather keep the Boseiju in case they're like... Wait. Hold. Yo, chill. They don't have a Nykthos, right? Isn't Soul favored against Lotus or not fast enough? I have no idea. I would assume it's fast enough, right? Like, turn 2, 5/5 with Stubborn Denial? I have to imagine that matchup is good for Ensoul. Huh. Well. This is not great. Not a fan. Not a fan. I think we have to kill the elf, right? Probably not going to win this game, though. Yeah, I mean, even if Lotus was a consistent turn 4 deck, the Ensoul Artifact deck just has the ability to present like turn 2 5/5 and then hold up Stubborn Denial. And that seems like a really hard recipe for Lotus Field to beat, you know? Well, you see, Kiora is a Simic card, and Simic Planeswalkers historically are, they got a big butt. You know, basically. That's what I'm getting at. I got a big old butt. Kiora's not Simic. Brother, the mana cost is 2 and green/blue. It's a Simic card. What do you want about? Monka? Oh, it's all colors. I see. Hot Girls, thank you for the 11-month resub. Thank you for that Prime sub. Appreciate that. Chad, I think I am... Actually... Hold on a second. I think I have a line. I don't know if it's a good line, but I can go Crew Chariot... Thrillseeker counters on Chariot, and then talent fight the Cav and kill the Kiora. Crew makes Boseiju 1 mana. True. Wait, you want to kill the Nykthos? What's up, Ride or Die? Is that better? So if I don't play the Boseiju, then I go Crew, Boseiju for 1. So what do you want to do? You want to go Crew the Chariot, play Thrillseeker, counters on Chariot, attack the Kiora, let them block, and then have the Boseiju for the Nykthos. Is that better? What happens if I kill the Cav? Are they putting any of those on top? Like, they're not great. I mean, I guess they just put the invasion on top because it's just a cantrip. I haven't played a lot of the Ygritte decks now. It's something that I want to do at some point. This is a really tough turn. Huh. I think I like my initial line, but it's close. I'm going to go with my initial line. Alright, we have the crew first. Just because I want to get the Cure off the battlefield. So counters here. Go here. This. And they do get to target something if they want to. My guess is they're going to just put this on top because it digs 4 deep for something else. The issue is they can play that and still have 8 Devotion in play, so they can just cast anything they find anyways. So we kind of have to hope they brick off of that that invasion. But I think this is the best we can do. And we can level up the talent and make this a 7 power trample next turn. It's like we can do some stuff that way. Yep. Brick. Show me a forest. I'm trying out main deck Hearses because I'm so scared of Phoenix. I don't know if that's correct, but at least that's what I'm trying out. There is 2 main deck Hearse and 1 in the board. It might be a little excessive. I'm willing to believe that maybe that's not where you want to be. Or that's not where you need to be. No. This is game 1. Don't like that. They're at 20. That's something. I mean, they only have 1 card in hand. We kind of have to just shove everything, right? 1, 2, 3. I have 5 mana. Yeah, well, the thing is, I can also do that with Stormseeker, right? I can go Stormseeker, pump Thrillseeker, Thrillseeker, shoot here. Actually, hold on. Let me cook. All right, 1, 2, 3. Cast this. And then we go combat. Pump here. Crew with these 2. Throw this here. And then just YOLO send. They block here, take 11. I think this is the best we can do. And then next turn I have this in play so I can give the Bonecrusher haste. I don't give a shit if they block this. I think that's the best I can do. It deals the most amount of damage this turn. It gets the most important permanent off the battlefield. And gives me the best chance of killing them next turn. I saw that bullet, yeah. Which honestly doesn't surprise me that much. I think Boros Convoke is in a really good spot. Because it is historically not that bad against Phoenix, and it lost its worst matchup in the form of Amalia, so it makes sense. Rider Die says, I have a question. So what decks have risen to the top of Pioneer so far? Phoenix, Boros Convoke, Mono Green, those are kind of like, I would imagine, and Rakdos midrange, those are probably like the 4 decks that, the 4 decks that you want to target right now. Or the 4 decks to beat, as it were. Oh, well. That's how that works, huh? I tried my best, chat, you know? I did the best that I could. Yeah, there's probably some various mono red decks that are good. I haven't, explored a ton of those, so I don't know for certain, but there's probably some that are good. Rakdos midrange is horrible? I don't know about that. Wasn't that, okay, before the Sorin Vein Ripper stuff, wasn't Rakdos midrange historically not that bad against Phoenix? Oh wait, I'm not dead? Okay, hold on. Pause, champ. Do not pog. Alright, how do I deal the most amount of damage? Versus 4 blockers. Say I go Bonecrusher, use the Bonecrusher to crew the Chariot, play the Hearse, combat, pump the Chariot, send everything. 2, 4. I have 6 attackers. They have 4 blockers. They can just put Troll on Chariot. Eat the Stormseeker, block a cat token, take 6, go to 2. No, they're not even close to dead. Even if I go Bonecrusher, Haste, Animate Mutavault, I only have 7 attackers. They have 4 blockers. So at a bare minimum, even if I like send in the most amount of attackers, they still go to 2 because it's 7 attackers versus 4 blockers. So 3 get through. That's 6 damage. I have to leave back a blocker. No, I don't, because I'm getting a blocker off the Chariot, right? So the Chariot blocker is going to block the Lair, and I just take the rest, which is 17. Even if I shock, I don't have to do that. Okay, I'm just going to do that then. All right, final answer. Yeah, the thing is they only have 1 Lair. Right. Talent's only on... I haven't leveled it yet. But again, I have to play the Hearse pre-combat, because otherwise they just get a free Carpet Cav. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to maybe try to, like, incentivize them to block the Chariot. I mean, they're probably just going to chump block the Chariot anyways, but... So let's go here, copy this. So I think what's going to happen is... Maybe they'll go, like, Cav block here... Troll chump here, Troll eat here, take 6, don't block with the Trailblazer. And then my 2/2 can chump block the Lair, so we're not dead next turn. Yeah, this is exactly what I expected them to do. The Hearse can eat the Troll, so that's something at least, right? It's not super relevant, but it gives them less draws with the Trailblazer Kiora. This game. We need them to draw a land, please. Chad, if you have not used your 1 time already, I would like you to use your 1 time and channel the energy so that my opponent draws a land. Please and thank you. This, and I guess this. Alright, draw a land, please. Please. Please draw land. Well, it's funny because even if they brick, they can flip the invasion to get 2 more draws, right? Well, it's only 1. No, it's 2, because they just send these 2 at the invasion, leave this back. If they send all 3 at invasion, I could just trade here, invasion dies. I mean, they wouldn't do that, right? They would never do that. Alright. Yep. Alright. Well, that means they bricked. And we're not dying this turn because they can't kill us in combat. So we can, even if they like put 7,000 permanents in play, we can still drop Bonecrusher or Thrillseeker. No, they can't win outside of combat without Karn. Monka. All right, well, so we're gonna have to draw Thrillseeker or Bonecrusher. So we have what? 4 outs? Yeah, we have 4 outs. No, 3, right? Because we've already... Yeah, 3 outs. It's not a lot, but we still have 3 outs. The problem is we have to sit here the whole time while they're doing this stuff, you know? To be fair, they only have 13 cards in deck. Is there a chance they deck? Likely not, right? Because they can just stop. They don't have to keep going. Price to pay. Glory. The draws are mandatory. Right, but I'm saying they don't have to keep going. They can just stop. There's no reason for them to keep going, right? Like, they already have lethal in play by flipping the oddity. We're going to try Viper and Rakdos Sacrifice later. Alright, give me a bow. I'm going to put the upkeep stop. It's a well-known fact that if you put the upkeep stop when you need to top deck a specific card, you are 73% more likely to draw that specific card. It's good odds, you know. You don't believe that stat? Well, I'm going to prove it to you right now. Are we getting through combat? It's second main phase. Chat, you know what to do. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, you know what to do. It is time. Stop with the Elvish Mystic. I summon the Bonecrusher Giant to the top of my library. Fuck. It was a red 3-drop. Close but no cigar. Damn. Yeah, wrong 3-drop. Alright, I'm gonna tap 2 mana. Then I'm gonna concede the game. Drop the talent. This draws in the end phase. Oh, right. Okay, well. Imagine if that was the Bonecrusher. Oh, fuck. I forgot that it drew an end phase. Yeah, I could have done that. Imagine, though. Imagine if that was the Bonecrusher. Not enough mana. Did I not have 6 mana? I thought I did. Oh, but you need 8, right? Because the talent was not leveled yet. So it would be... I had to spend 6 into the talent and then still have 2 up. Yeah. Alright, so Sphere good. You could, like, sell me on this card. They have a ton of elves. Hearse bad, I think. Fable, Lotus, War good. Pawpatch seems bad. They're not really targeting my stuff with anything. Cut the Frillback. Maybe like this with no End the Festivities. This looks fine, right? I mean, I don't know. I really do like End the Festivities. Excuse me. Lotus is way too slow, I think. The games that you're winning usually don't involve those kinds of cards. The games that you win are just like Elf, Stormseeker, Chariot. You don't want to mess around with Lotus. Yeah, I could see trimming a Chariot for like one single End the Festivities as a miser. I like it. Because the games where End the Festivities is good, it wins the game by itself. Like the games where they have double elf draws. You cast that card and they just lose. Alright, I mean, hand's good. Yeah, you don't want the Fables in this matchup for sure. Way too slow. Again, you're not trying to play that kind of game against them. You just need to kill them as quickly as possible. Like no Fables, no Lotus, none of that stuff. I love this deck. It's a good, I mean, it was a good deck at one point. The metagame like got to a point where it wasn't good anymore, but I think it's potentially good now. Is Merfolk tier 1 in Pioneer? Always has been. Oh, see, I never know what to do in these spots. I'm pretty sure it's kill the elf. But it also feels kind of bad. Yeah, I know. I think I have to. Because the issue is, if I play Stormseeker and they play Troll, like, what am I doing next turn, you know? I think we just have to. It doesn't feel great, but... I would feel a lot better if I had a second elf. Okay, that's not a bad sign for us. Unless they have second elf. Dodging second elf would be nice here. Okay. Now I think it's this. Yeah, the Nykthos is not super threatening next turn, so we can do this. We can also maybe haste the Copter, find land 4, play Sphere next turn. Since haste Copter gets around them playing a Troll, which I guess they can't play a Troll this turn anyways, because they have Nykthos. Sure. Oh, I forgot about that. So... I mean... I'm just doing this, right? Haste this, hit them for 9. They go to 7. They're going to double spell next turn to flip this back. Does that matter? I don't know if that matters. What's my other alternative? My other alternative would be... Copter, Crew, Haste, hit for 5, draw, find land, play land, Sphere. What's up, Dustin? Well, the issue with my double spell turns is it flips the Stormseeker back. Which I'm not sure that I want to do this turn. Like, if you want to play Copter, I almost just want to go tap my lands, play Copter, crew with the Elf, combat, pump the Copter, hit for 8, put them to 8, and then just don't play a spell. Even if I draw a land, just don't play a spell. Right? Although, I don't know. Like, maybe it's possible that me refusing to double spell this turn is irrelevant because they have Trailblazer and they're so likely to double spell next turn. Yeah, I guess I'll buy that. That makes sense. Yeah, they're 100% double spelling next turn, right? So we might as well just do this. I think maybe if they didn't suspend the dude. Okay, that's pretty good. The Chariot's irrelevant this game. I'm just going to kill them with Copters. I think maybe if they didn't plot the Trailblazer and there was a chance they weren't going to double spell next turn, then I'm more likely to not flip. But they're just going to go this into, like, whatever, and this is going to flip anyways. So there's really no reason for me to, like, go out of my way to not flip this turn. See, the thing is, I don't think I have to play the Damping Sphere this turn, because they're not very likely to be able to... they're not very likely to be able to utilize the Nykthos this turn. So, here... I'm pretty sure... Do we get greedy and try and draw an untapped land? There's no way, right? Because what I could do is go play second Copter, crew, haste, hit for 7, put them to 1, but then I would have to draw land. There's no way that's right. I'm not going to do that. So at that point, let's just go here. Yeah, let's go here. Let's go to combat. I didn't have lethal, did I? I don't think I did. Well, I drew a land. Still, I mean... The second sphere doesn't matter, actually, right? Yeah, the second sphere shouldn't matter. It'd be a hard question to answer because Affinity is unplayable in Modern. What is the closest competitive deck in terms of playstyle? The closest competitive deck in terms of playstyle to Affinity? Like, in terms of what's legal in Modern currently? Honestly, this is going to sound like a weird answer, but kind of, it's honestly kind of Boros. Yeah. Because Boros just plays a bunch of stuff to the battlefield. And that's almost exactly what Affinity did, right? I'm glad that we're on the same page. Alright, can I kill them? No, I think? Huh. I actually don't think I can kill them. And crew with Lair. Right, so if I go 2 mana, animate Lair, crew with Elf, then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. They block Copter, Stormseeker, Elf, and take 3 go to 1. So even with the crew on Lair, I still don't have lethal. I might just make Chariot pass. Well, the thing is, I don't want to attack with the Copters this turn, I don't think. I'd rather just wait till next turn, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to wait one more turn. I think I was just a little bit short that turn. But we should be good next turn. And they have their Boseiju in play. It's not clear they play a second one. When I crew with Bonecrusher. Right, yeah, I guess at that point, if I'm animating the Lair to crew, it's better to just cast the Bonecrusher. But same thing, I have the same number of attackers, so I think either way I don't have lethal if I do that. Trying to think if there's anything else that's even close to Affinity. I don't think there is, right? Like in terms of gameplay. They found a second reach creature. It's kind of stinky. No longer stinky. Never mind. I lied. That's gotta be lethal, right? Surely that's lethal. And then 4 blockers. So crew here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's lethal. Crew here. Crew here. Haste the Cav. 6 attackers, 4 blockers. Right, 4 block to get through. The math checks out. All right. Voice of Tree Sun. Oh, treason. But you said Tree Sun. I get it now. Yeah, that's fine. You can share a link. You can take a look. The sand's probably too slow, right? On the draw. Yeah. I might consider keeping that on the play, but not on the draw. I mean, this one's worse, right? This is the same hand, but less good cards. Okay. This hand has a plan. I'm gonna put back this. I'm gonna high roll the End the Festivities. Maybe I shouldn't because I have the Bonecrusher. Because this is only good if they have double elf. But it's really good if they have double elf. The red-green artifact deck that played 8 Blast was kind of close to Affinity. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess it's similar to Affinity because it played a bunch of artifacts, but yeah, I see what you're saying. It had like a similar vibe to it with like 1-drops, Shrapnel Blast, Galvanic Blast. It utilized artifact synergies. What's up, Dustin? What they reveal? 4 Ast. I think I'm going to go here, play second elf, and then next turn we can Chariot. Marcus Chariota. Feels okay so far. I'm not sure about the main deck curses. Those might be a little sus. Huh. Yeah, there's 4. I'm trying out 2 Pawpatch Recruit and 2 Hunter's Talent. I'm not sure how I feel about Hunter's Talent. It's cool that it like gives you another removal spell, but I don't know, it's kind of slow. And it's really bad on the draw. Pawpatch, I've liked Pawpatch though. Just additional 1-drops is nice. And what I like about Pawpatch is it fills the curve. So there's like situations where you have a little bit of extra mana left over, and it's nice that Pawpatch is good on turn 1, but it's also a playable 3-drop. It's kind of like the same idea as Bonecrusher, you know? Is Hearse better than the new Ooze? Yeah, because it's not mana intensive. And also the new Ooze would make you lose Gigantha. Like at that point I would just play main deck Ooze. I'm getting really punished for using Bonecrusher and not End the Festivities earlier. So I guess we just have to let them have a Trailblazer, which feels really bad. But we can threaten Kiora this turn, which is good. And go here, here, and then just send everything at Kiora. Yeah. That's probably just 2 miss damage, right? If I go Kiora... Oh! Wait, I'm really happy with that trade. That is an insane trade for me. Attack with an elf. So the problem with attacking with an elf... Oh, you're saying instead of playing the second one? No, because then if I attack with elf, then I can't play Huntsman's and Festivities, right? I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Was that a good draw? Was that a good draw? If so, why? Alright. Kira, you. Not bad, right? And then we can put the Thrillseeker onto the Cav next turn. Yeah, they're just mega dead. Alright, I kind of want to play more Akroan Wars. Do I think a Delirium Bolt is likely in the next set that starts as a shock? So the text on the card would be red instant, deal 2, but if you have Delirium, deal 3. Would that card be playable? And I'm assuming it's any target, right? Is that card playable? I'm not sure if that is exactly what Pioneer wants. This hand's good. Another bolt for Modern Burn might be too good. I mean, no, they have plenty of bolts, right? There's bolts that they're not even playing, right? There's the Modern deck already has too many bolts. Like, they wouldn't even want more, and that would easily be the worst one. Like, that card is just worse than Shard Volley, and the burn decks don't even play Shard Volley. Alright, so they're playing Rakdos Sacrifice. Historically, not a great matchup for boats, but I mean, we'll try. We'll certainly try. Am I interested in offering the trade of Elf for Cat? No, because they get a food. Alright. It's going to be good when we get to Chapter 3, because Chapter 3 will give Trample, which lets us get around the cat sack turn. Yeah. Yeah, the more I see people play with this card, the more impressed I am with it. I was not sold on it initially, but it's really good if you have Cat Oven going. And just like, ooh, they didn't play a spell. Also good with what was I going to say? Good with Blood-Tithe Harvester. You're not beating this talent? I maybe disagree. They're at 16. Are they just dead this turn? It's close, right? So Thrillseeker counters here. So Thrillseeker counters here, that's 5. Combat 7. Attack with both, they block here, it's 14. Not quite right. So maybe I just go... Alright, I'm gonna go here. And I don't want to flip the Storm Chase. I don't want to flip this guy yet, right? Yeah. Because I could Stomp. Well, maybe flipping is okay. Isn't it lethal with Stomp? No. How would it be lethal? Because if I don't have enough mana to Stomp, Thrillseeker, and sack. So I think we just have to save the Thrillseeker for next turn. So, yeah, let's just go Stomp here, play Bonecrusher, pump Bonecrusher, send everything. They're going to go Get Back Cat, go to 15. Get Back Cat, go to 15, block the Slasher. Oh, did they just have Fatal Push? Well, that's bad. Yeah, not much I can do about that. I was doing fine if they didn't have Fatal Push, but... Oh, okay. Maybe they still have Fatal Push? Because they have the treasure now. Alright, okay, no push. That's good. So they go Get Back Cat, go to 16, block here, take 9. I mean, if they don't draw push, we can win this game. Well, we have to fade push. Because we have Mega Lethal next turn with Talent plus Thrillseeker. Okay, we're not... they haven't found it yet, it looks like. Hold. Alright, anyways, Hearst coming in. Lotus coming in. Akroan War is not good, right? Is talent good in the sack deck? It's looked really good when I've seen it. So, in this weird way, Pawpatch actually kind of not that bad against Mayhem Devil, right? I know it's an X1, but if they ping the Pawpatch, then you get a counter on something else. What do you think, chap? Pawpatch, yay or nay? Even then, maybe it's still not that great. Bad, bad, bad. Probably bad. I have no idea. Maybe good. So basically, I'm looking at these 4 cards. These 4 right now. And this is where I'm at. Do you want any of these 4 cards? How good it... Like, that's the one thing I don't know. How good is Akroan War against sack? It's not great, right? Because if they have Witch's Oven, they just sack the creature that you target. Yeah, Scooz is good. Maybe I cut the Wars and play... No, they don't play Shieldred because they have Gigantha. Maybe I do this, and then play 1 Fable? Let's try that. Let's do 1 Fable. I think the first copy of Fable is okay. I mean, I guess it... Here's the other thing, though. So, remember that situation we were talking about where you play a Akroan War, they just sack their guy to Witch's Oven? It's actually still not that bad as long as you're targeting Mayhem Devil, because we don't have a way to kill Mayhem Devil. We're not playing Obliterating Bolt, so it might be worth keeping in War just to kill Devil, even if they have Oven. Like, you're just okay with that. I'm not sure, though. That's like definitely a conversation we could have. It's close. Okay. It's good. We have to kill the Blood Tithe, right? Because I need this elf in play. So let's just go kill this tech for 1, and hopefully Chariot next turn. Gives them a food, which sucks, but... I think elves are worse than Pawpatch. I don't know. I mean, if they don't have the removal spell for the elf, just curving in the Chariot is really good. Because if they're 1-for-1ing you a bunch, you kind of need to get the Chariot at some point. Yeah, looks like they are Jund. So they're probably green for Yigra. Now what? They have 3 cards in hand. So what happens if I play Chariot and they play Yigra? I die? The answer is I just die a horrible death. I mean, I'm never going to frill back their treasure token, right? I mean, I'm just gonna cast Chariot. What else am I gonna do, right? I could like frill back one of these 2, I guess, but I don't know what that accomplishes. We can frill back the Oven. We could, but I mean, the Oven doesn't really matter if they have Yigra next turn. Oh, I'm now realizing, yeah, Akroan War is good against Yigra. That's bad. Not as bad as it could be, though. Like, I'm not saying it's good, but... I think I just want to attack here. So I'm going to go Bonecrusher Crew, hit for 4, play Elf. They may have Fatal Push, which I'm kind of okay with. Frillback looks great here. What do you want to kill, though? Like, of those 3 targets, which one's the most important? I'm not sure I know which one is more important. You think Massacre? Maybe. Well, that is basically a Massacre. Maybe they won't go after the Bonecrusher Giant. Actually, do they have enough? They may not be able to kill the Bonecrusher. Unless they have Cat. No Cat, please. No Cat. That's kind of rough, too. That does not help. Now, to be fair, they are Hellbent. They are Hellbent. Do you ever just go Ooze, Eat, Crew, hit for 4? Yeah, but the thing is, I can't kill the Mayhem Devil this turn. The other option is what, like, Frillback, activate, pop the Meat Hook Massacre? I don't like that. I think I'm gonna take the Ooze line. I'm gonna go Ooze, Eat, and then hit for 4. I think this is my best line. And that gives me a 4/4 in play. Which means next turn I can go Talent, have this fight this. Yeah, they can double level the Talent. I should probably read that, shouldn't I? So this is when you sack a permanent, mill 2, and then end step you can sack 3 other non-land permanents. If you do... well, they have nothing in the graveyard, so the 3rd level doesn't do that much, right? It's medium annoying. Yeah, that's a good point, too. We might want to hit the Oven instead of the Massacre. True. That's a good point. They can mill over stuff with the second mode. It's a very good point. Kind of need a land here. Should have specified. Should have specified. Is this target? Oh, it doesn't even target. I mean, it's fine, because if they only have 2 creatures, I can hit them both with the hearse. I'm pretty sure I have to talent this turn, right? I can't let them untap with Devil. So let's start there. I 100% have to kill the Devil. Okay. Yeah, get a food. Yeah, we're gonna hearse too. Okay, all this is fine. Oh, they target the Ooze. It's a 4/4, right? I mean, even if I could just do this anyways, it's the same number of damage. Either way, it's 4, right? They have no cards in hand. So we do this. They go to 6. Play hearse, play tap land, and cross our fingers? Did I have a different opportunity? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm going to say, did I have an opportunity to cast this Frillback at some point? I don't know. I think maybe the turn that I played Chariot, I could have Frillbacked, and then pop the Talent, maybe? It's close. It's been a tough game. They drew Cat, which is bad. Okay. Well, I regret to inform you that my opponent has drawn Cauldron Familiar and Mayhem Devil. That's not good. Huh. If I eat the Familiar now, they just respawn, get it back. So I think eating it now is pointless. I don't know, though. Maybe it's better to eat the... Like, make them do it now before they have the Devil in play. They can't really let me untap with the Scooze, though, right? They kind of have to do it now. Yeah. Okay, so what do they do? I respond and hearse. If I respond and hearse, what do? They tap Oven, sack Reflection Token. Yeah. Trying to think if there's a way I can do this. Yeah. I'm not sure that it matters, though, right? Like, I think no matter what, they can kill the Ooze. I guess I'll do it now. I'm not sure if that's right. Yeah, I think no matter what, like, even if I had done it in response to the Devil, they could have just still done the same thing, right? They would just go, tap the Oven, sack the Reflection Token, get 2 food, sack 1 food, bring back the Cat. But I guess then the Oven would be tapped? Yeah, I guess that would have been a little bit better, right? Because if the Oven's tapped, it works out much better for me, because then they can't sack the Cat again. Yeah, Talent's on... No, it's on level 2 right now, right? Or no, it's on level 1. There's no way to tell. How does it tell you what level it's on? There's like no indication on the card or the text box that tells you what level it's on, because I forgot. Yeah, I mean, that was so brutal where they just drew Cauldron Familiar into second Devil. Oh, there's a yellow highlight if it's 2. Gotcha. Oh, there's no yellow. I think we are dead. Yeah, that was brutal. Like, we went out of our way to kill the devil that turn, and them drawing the cat into the devil, like in that order too, right? Because they had the Fable, and they had to discard the familiar. If it was the other way around, they would have kept devil, and then they wouldn't have drawn the cat that turn. Like, it would have been a lot better for us. This hand, I think it's a little too suspicious. It's close, but okay, this one's good. This one is good. No push, no push, no push, no push, no push. Did you want the Akroans back? Yeah, I guess that's a good point, right? Because they did show us green mana, so they could have Yigra. It's kind of fucked up. Rude. Not a big fan. What is this? Upgrade. Well, that's unfortunate. On that last turn, Joe, we tapped out for something, and then they ended up drawing Cauldron Familiar into Mayhem Devil. I'm just gonna play Chariot here. I could play Stormseeker, but I'd rather just get the Chariot in play. Alright, Waterfall's got your song request in the queue. Really? Their hand must be bad then, if they're willing to do that. Or I guess they just have Yigra. Yeah, the thing about Graveyard Hate against Sacrifice is you kind of, like, if they have an extra food in play, they can play around your Graveyard Hate, and that's exactly what happened last game, where they had an extra food lying around, so even if I hearse the cat, they could just get the cat back in response with the extra food they had, so it kind of sort of didn't matter what I did. They're at 14. So I could go Stormseeker Talent, or I could just go Talent Level. No, it's probably better to go Stormseeker Talent, right? Talent, kill the Blood Tithe, Stormseeker Crew, give the Stormseeker haste hit for 7. Just deal them as much damage as possible. Yeah. So we go here, here, and then go here, this, crew, and then we can level up next turn. This gives itself haste, hit for 7, copy this, and assuming they don't have Meathook Massacre, we should be good to go. I think Massacre is the only card we're losing to at this point. I mean, we're losing really hard to it, but everything else I think we beat. Hi, Enlightened Master. Bulge. They have shocked a lot. No, this is game 3. It should be in the bottom left. Yeah, it shows game 3 down there. Alright, please no Meathook. Please no Meathook. I'm asking nicely. Banger alert. I'll take. Don't you dare cast. Don't do it. Don't cast Meathook Massacre. Stop. Stop tapping mana. No. No, 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 no. Villa, thank you for the 11-month resub. Welcome back, Villa. Well, we tried. We did our best. We did our best. I mean, that's something, right? I gotta make sure I keep the right one. Alright, keep this one. That is maybe the best draw on the deck. I'm not sure it's enough, though. They still have 3 cards in hand. Villa, thank you again for the 11-month resub. Welcome back. It says, I know my Prime is up because I got random ads. No more ads for Villa. Okay. They do have a Cauldron Familiar as well. What do we need at this point? Not that. Definitely not that. So let's go crew here. Level talent. Then I think I'm going to pump the 2/2 cat token. If I pump the cat token... Yeah, okay. So we'll go talent, pump here, and Chariot copy one of the ones that aren't attacking. Because that way, if they want to kill the one that I'm copying, they're not killing this one. Although, am I dead if I do this? I think I am, because they can just take 7, go to 1, and then copy Devil Ray. How has Talon felt so far? Kind of hit or miss. I think it's good on the play, bad on the draw. But on the draw, like when you're behind on board, it's not very good because you need to spend a lot of mana into it. And like if they have a creature and you don't, then it's obviously not very good, right? So it might be more of a sideboard card in that case, since it's really only good on the play. I could buy that, and then you just board it out when you're on the draw. Can't imagine Giganta would have mattered this game, but yeah, I did forget Giganta. Two, 4, yeah, we're dead. Man, that was a close match. I mean, that matchup is really bad, and I think we made a really good match out of it, at least, you know. That's quite possibly the single worst matchup for this deck, and I still think the match was close. Torch. The thing about Torch is, what are we sacrificing to Torch to kill X3s? We don't really have a lot, right? No, they're playing Devotion because they don't have the power of Jeff. The power of Jeff compels you. God damn it. They always have the troll when I don't want them to have the troll. The one situation I want them to have the Kiora. I mean, this is just a classic issue of losing the die roll, right? Like, how different is this game if we're on the play? Was it better to ramp there? I think I have to go to the skies, and in that case, I want to go Stormseeker, next turn, Copter, crew hit for 4. Like, I'm just never going to win this game. I don't think it matters what I do. But possible, yeah. The thing about ramping is the Chariot's not even good, because they just have a good blocker for the Chariot anyways. Yeah, we can't possibly win this game. Turn 3, by the way. Okay, if I draw exactly Akroan War, maybe I can win. Right, 12. I'm not sure if it's better to play Chariot or Cop. No, it's better to play Chariot, right? Because if they trade, they actually don't have a forest. So if they trade with Troll, then they don't get it back. So yeah, this is a good Chariot turn. Copter next turn. Maybe like have a better double spell turn. Alright, haste. Got 3 bodies too. I mean, this is doable. It is doable. What's the anti-green tech? I mean, we're playing, what, 4 Damping Spheres and 3 Akroan Wars in the 75, so We have a good amount of stuff for green. I guess leaving back 2 cats was better. Tapping this. Because I'd rather trade... Yeah, that's a good point. I'd rather trade 2 cats for this if they attack. Yeah, that's a good point. No, I know they don't have a forest. That's kind of why I didn't mind trading there. It's unfortunate. And now we need the draw Akroan War. I think War does give us a chance, though. Alright, War me? Nothing tilts me into space in the Pioneer format more than an Akroan War. Look, the green players deserve it, okay? Be thankful there is good backstops against green, because we don't want this to be the best deck. When green is the best deck, the format is not great. I'll tell you that much. It's been better, okay? Like, remember the 1.5 years of Karn that we had to suffer through? I don't want to go back to those days. Alright, I'm just gonna sit here and pretend like I'm not dead, but I am very dead. That was awesome. We have spotted the mono green player. We have spotted the green player. Oh, they have Storm in their graveyard? Alright, I'm off it. I didn't realize they had Storm in their graveyard. Okay, so Damping Sphere, Hearse out. We did one of these out. This in... what else did we cut? Cut a Chariot. What was the last cut? I know we cut one more card. Frillback? Yeah, I think it was Frillback. Alright, play first. See, now I just want the same exact hand, but on the play this time. The only reason that I would even consider keeping this hand is because we're on the play. On the draw, it's certainly a no-go on the draw, but on the play, I think there is some consideration. That being said, even on the play, it's still kind of slow, right? What do you think, Chad? On the play, yes or no? This is one of the very few non-elf hands that I would ever consider keeping. Because Copter Stormseeker's sideboard card is a pretty good recipe, but it's really close. It's really close. I mean, I just feel like we can do so much better, you know? Alright, I'm gonna ship it. Well, can I have that 7 back? Okay. I mean, this is probably better than the 7, right? Put back these 2? And then turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Is that good? Is it better to keep talent over redemption is the question. No, I don't think it is. Alright. Yeah, I do think this hand is better than the 7. What's up, Qui-Gon? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. How broken would a white-black-green Rhino be? Do you mean like a 3-mana Siege Rhino? Just the same exact card, but shave a mana off? I mean, it would be absurd, right? It'd be way too good. 3-mana Siege Rhino? It would have to be like a 3/3. Isn't Flage just that, but better? Yeah, but like, you obviously can't put Flage into Pioneer, you know? We're talking about Pioneer, not Modern. Nothing is off limits in Modern, you know? Not a single thing. Alright, no attacks anyways. You could put in a Pioneer? No, you couldn't. Please. Absolutely not. Yeah, imagine Flage and Pioneer. Although, I don't know, would Flage actually be that good? like, there's not really a ton of ways to fill your graveyard, especially in Boros. Okay, they played Troll. Huh. Now I don't know what to do. Can I search for Akroan War? I wish I could. In front of you. I mean, it has to be this. I just go here, pass. I don't really want to attack this turn. I could offer the trade, but they just go trade with Troll, get it back, right? And I think that trade's bad for me. So let's not attack this turn. Let's wait till next turn. Because next turn we're going to get the third chapter on Redemption, which is nice. Yeah, that should be the Decklist command, Eldritch. No, because when Troll dies, they just get it back. So if Troll trades here, then it just comes back attached to the forest. Do you ever hold Boseiju there? Well, I would have had to hold the Boseiju last turn, right? And I think that was bad. Yeah, I mean, I guess we do this. This isn't even really that good of a Thrillseeker, though. Right? Like, I can go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what happens here, right? I go Thrillseeker, counters here, combat, pump. It's a 9/7. They just double block with 2 trolls. And nothing happens. I mean, I guess I could shoot them for 9. Right? Because I don't want to trade. If I trade, they just get them both back and I deal them 1 damage. Can you attack all? So, Thrillseeker counters here. Combat, pump. And then attack all? What happens if I attack all? So they put 2 trolls on the beast. They put Polukranos on the 2/3 Stormseeker. They take 5, go to 12. Then I shoot them for 9. They go to 3. And then I only lose 1 Stormseeker. That's actually not that bad, right? They end up at 3. We lose the Beast and the Stormseeker. And then next turn, the Stormseeker can pump the Thrillseeker, which puts them to 1. So what, you're suggesting Thrillseeker counters on the 4/5. And then 1 pump on the Beast, 1 pump on the Stormseeker, which gets them both to 6. So I have 2 6s. Well, no, isn't it just better to go Thrillseeker pump here, and then both Stormseekers on this, and then it's the same thing, but I'm not sacking the Stormseeker to the Thrillseeker? I think that's better, right? Yeah, let's do that. I think I like that line. This is a really tough turn. Oh. I said the right thing and then did the other thing. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, man. Whoops. It's fine. Look, in my head, I know what I wanted to do, okay? You know. I had the right line in my head, I just clicked on the wrong creature. Narrator, it was not fine. I mean, to be honest with you, Eldritch Cupcake, like, I don't know if you're saying that jokingly, but these turns are really difficult. Like, there's a shit ton of math involved. There is, like, a shocking amount of math involved with these turns. You just dome them for 7. Let them keep both of these. 7. So what? Trade? I mean, what does this even look like for me, right? Trade for Polukranos. Trade for both of these. This comes back here. Their board is just this. And I still have... I lose both of these at that point. Is that better? It, like, kind of gives me outs to draw War. because they would have less stuff in play. All right, I'm into it. I'm into it. It looks weird, but I'm into it. Oh, that would have been a good line. I didn't see that. Yeah, I could have sacked the Thrillseeker to kill the Llanowar Elf, and that would have kept the 3/3 in play. Okay, that would have been good. Yeah, you're right. That was definitely the line. I mean, that whole combat probably would have been the same, even if I had swapped, even if I had Thrillseekered the other thing. Like, they probably would have made the same blocks. But sacking this to keep the beast would have been better for sure. We do still kind of have to draw War, though. So, War me? It's pretty good. That is pretty good. Now that Lotus Field is semi-back in the menu, what are we thinking about Portent of Calamity in it? I have not thought about Portent in Lotus Field as like an additional payoff. What would it be? What would it be replacing? I guess is my question. Because you're not going to cut any of the. You're not going to cut Ultimatum for it. Yeah, I think I'm on this plan. I'm just gonna haste the Chariot. They can trade for the Troll, but like it just gets more stuff off their battlefield, right? Because I need, like, in order for me to win this game, I have to go wide. Go haste here, send. I'm ignoring Kiora. Question is, do I attack with anything else? I don't think so. Alright, go here. Wow, they don't even block. Really? Why would they not block there? Interesting. Maybe they want me to commit more to the Chariot next turn. Like, they feel like if they trade, then I could just attack with the cats. Interesting. Well, I mean, if they trade, they still keep the Devotion, so it's like... It's not like they're losing Devotion if they trade. Interesting no block there. If you listen to a blue-white control player talk about playing blue-white... Oh, they had this, okay. They act like every turn they've ever played is a PhD thesis. Wait, where's the copy pasta? What was it? What's the command again? Is it strong? Is it like strong blue-white Lotus? No. The blue-white Lotus command. I'm sure Tonber knows. We need to bring back the pasta. Yeah. It's probably one of the strongest decks in Pioneer, but it is hindered by its complexity and difficulty. A single misplay or mistake in sequencing lands can be an instant loss. So true. Chadcast. I'm just going to right-click attack with all my dudes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what else am I going to do, right? Am I going to win this game? Is this lethal? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is lethal. Jesus. I don't know how the hell I won that game. That was something. I don't know what happened there. I think I would have found about 5 ways to lose this game from your side. Yeah, like, and that's the thing that I'm talking about. Those turns that involve like Huntsman's Redemption, Thrillseeker. You have to like figure, especially when you're that far behind on board, you have to figure out a way to get your opponent to block in such a way that is beneficial for you, even if they think at the current time that their block looks good. And that's like exactly what happened, right? It's like from their side, their double blocks looked fine. But yeah, it's just like those games are really, really weird when they get like really entrenched in combat math. Those are the tricky games with this deck. I try and keep the board clear. Yeah, that's kind of what you want to do a lot of the time. All right, well, we're probably going to get dumpstered this game, but we could try. Elf into Kiora plus Tail Swipe is kind of tough to beat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and it gets into the spot where you end up even though the trades don't look profitable for you, like I'm trading my creature for their troll that they're getting back, or, for their elf or something, even though the trades don't look profitable at the current juncture, like in the moment, they end up being profitable in the long run because the way that you win this matchup is have the big shit trade and then kill them with a bunch of 2/2s. And that's kind of exactly what happened. I think a lot of people assume that the big creatures matter in this matchup, but they kind of don't. It's really weird, Yeah, I know. With how good of a game 2 that was, and then we're just gonna get blasted game 3. Okay, that doesn't do anything. At least we got that. I have Cav. Yep, that's bad. We have to draw War. We're never gonna win this game if we don't draw War. We can't even cast War next turn, but we can, play Redemption, double block, then War the turn after. But it has to be War. It doesn't do it right. How much is this to flip? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 land. Well, they already have 7 here, so this would flip. And this would be an 8/8. This would be a 5/5. That's 13. And then next turn... Okay, so I play this. Soak up 3 damage. Next turn... I'm not sacking. I'm just gonna do that right now. I'm not sacking. But I have to think about damage real quick. So, play Redemption. Soak up 3, assuming they flip, which they will flip. Soak up 3. Next turn, Pump, that's 5. Thrillseeker is 7, that's 14. The only way I can win this game is attacking this turn. Because I can only deal them 14 next turn. Which, to be fair, even with this attack, it's still not enough, but I don't even know what I can draw at this point. I guess, actually, was it better to play Thrillseeker that turn? If I Thrillseeker, they take 5, go to 15. No, because then they just flip and I chump block, I can only soak up 1. 13 minus 1 is 12, so I would just be dead on board. It's felt okay so far. I don't know if I like the main deck curses, though. I think I might have over-prepared a little bit for Phoenix. If the RC was this week, what do you think you'd play? Phoenix for sure. I mean, the next couple of weeks is just going to be me testing out a lot of the decks that were bad into the previous metagame and seeing how different those feel into the current metagame. And if any of those feel good enough, then I will consider, at least continue to working on those, but we'll see what happens. But most likely I would play Phoenix. $15. Oh, right. I didn't factor in the 2 damage here. Yeah, so I guess we died. Did not factor in this. Alright. That was a tough match. I mean, game 2 was awesome, but, game 3 was just on the draw and they had the nuts, so... I mean, that's kind of what happens with mono green, but... Okay. Keep this. There's no red mana, but this hand doesn't necessarily need red mana. Uh-oh. Monka! Oh, that was you, Amy? I didn't know that. GG's. I didn't know that was you. Your draw game 3 was... that game 2 was pretty sick, but then game 3 was we played this really awesome and interesting game 2, and then game 3 you're just it's one of those things where you could just reveal your opening hand and I probably would have conceded. That draw was nuts. Is there anything viable that can play Demonic Pact in the format? I doubt it. The issue with Demonic Pact is it's just too slow. People have talked, not everybody, but people have discussed, Demonic Pact with, I'm going to do this. People have discussed Demonic Pact with stuff like Doom Foretold and things like that, but you can't play those kinds of cards in Pioneer. This game is over, by the way. we can't beat this draw when we're at the draw. Warden's Art looks like MH3 Ajani. No. What do you look? What Ajani are you looking at? Are you looking at the Secret Lair, Ajani? CG, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate that. Thank you for the sub, CG. All right, this is not looking great. You're at 18. How on earth do I win this game? It probably involves Thrillseeker next turn, right? The problem is this is going to have Vigilance, and it's also going to be able to block the Copter. Go like Chariot Elf, maybe? Well, I kind of have to play something before I attack with the Copter, because I want to use this for mana, most likely. So I guess we'll start here. How about this? And then depending on what we draw, we might play Redemption or Chariot. I think there's like a perfect sequence of cards that allow us to win this game. I think it has to be like Thrillseeker War. We needed War this turn. If I drew War, I could just go Land War, steal this, and that would have been really good. As is, we're kind of cooked though. They go to 15. Will you wait for me? Yeah, I'm not sure if this is right, but I don't know how else I win this game. I'm assuming I just can't win. But we'll at least give it the college try. Devil plus Viper. We're gonna play some Viper Sack later today. We will be sacrificing my snake later today. Or something like that. No, I don't have talent in that deck. I'm choosing to play Voldaren Epicure because it's a little bit better with Viper specifically. Like, you'd rather have the permanent up front. Okay. I think we still have an out if we draw War, but it has to. There's nothing else that does it. It has to be exactly War. I think I'm trading. All right, War. Fuck. I'm at 11. Is there anything else that does it? Bonecrusher, maybe, to kill the Warden? If they, assuming they block with the Copter, right? Okay, I'm gonna go here. So we need to draw War, or Bonecrusher. That is not War or Bonecrusher. Yeah, maybe. But, like, I kind of thought that playing Redemption this turn was not a way that I could win this game. I thought that because I needed to draw War or Crusher, that if I'm not going to cast the Redemption, then I think trading the Chariot's better. But in this event where I brick, then maybe it would have been better, because then I could have, like, I would have had something, you know what I mean? Yeah, so now we go here. Right, that costs 4. Never mind, hold on. Moto, please. Put my land first. Go here, and I guess here. Okay, and they're at 12. We're not dead this turn. Did they not block with Warden? Yeah, I think they were scared of Bonecrusher Giant. It's a reasonable no block. Because, to be honest with you, if they lose the Warden, like, my board is better than theirs. So, if they block here and then I have Bonecrusher, I just go kill this, play Bonecrusher, and then I'm kind of just dominating them on the battlefield. Like, this is really all they have going for them at this point. Yeah, if I can get a turn, I agree. Then I think, like, there's a chance that I can tutor for, well... I was going to say, can I tutor for Thrillseeker and kill the Warden? But I can't. Because the Warden now has 6 toughness. I can chump block with Copter, though. So I can buy a turn by chump blocking, which is good. War would also still be really good. Do this. I'm definitely going to trade for Thalia. That doesn't exactly do it. Okay, so they're at 12. So, what? Sack Elf, tutor for Thrillseeker, and then chump block the Warden? Probably hold this so I can loot. Sack this. Well, hold on. Is there anything better than Thrillseeker? What about Frillback? Frillback, I can go gain 4, pop the case. The problem is if I get Frillback, I don't have the Thrillseeker for next turn. So maybe that's worse. Frillback is kind of nice, though. Like, gain 4, pop the case sounds appealing. What does the 2/2 do for me? I search Thrillseeker. Play Thrillseeker, counters on Elf, use Thrillseeker, Crew, Copter, send everything. They block the Elf, and they take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. Yeah, that was lethal. I think. Counters on Elf, Thrillseeker, Crew, Copter. They block... If they block the Copter, then it's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Yeah, actually, that was lethal. I didn't see that. Do I still have lethal? So, Thrillseeker counters on Elf. Use Thrillseeker Crew here. They block Copter. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still short, right? What if I go counters on Mutavault and then animate the Copter? So I go here, animate Mutavault, 3 mana. Thrillseeker counters here. Thrillseeker Crew Copter. Leave back 1 Elf. Okay, so how does that work? So this mana floats the Mutavault. 1, 2, 3. Thrillseeker counters here. Use Thrillseeker Crew Copter. These 3 are still untapped. I attack with Copter, 4/4, Cat Token, 1 Elf, leave back 2, so I can sack the Thrillseeker and the Mutavault. If they block the Mutavault, they would take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's only 10, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 11? I think I'm 1 short. Why is this deck so complicated? Yeah, I think I'm 1 short. Okay, well, if I'm 1 short, I'm just gonna do this then. I'm just gonna play this Offspring, pass, chump block with Copter. I should be able to kill them next turn, because I'm gonna have Chapter 3. But you're right, I think I missed lethal last turn if I just didn't block the Thalia, because I kept coming up 1 point short, and if I had that extra body, I would have been fine. How about put counters on Copter and sack both to kill Warden? I think that's worse than just chump block with Copter, and then next turn use the Thrillseeker to kill. Because, like, I can just block this for a turn, right? And I think that's okay. Because as long as I get 1 more turn, I should have lethal next turn with the Thrillseeker. I think. What's up, Claudia? Yeah, I don't think they can kill the Copter at instant speed. I mean, they have Case, right? But they can't kill the Copter when I go to block. Yeah, that's a good point. If I use the Copter and the Thrillseeker to kill the Warden, I'm still ahead on board. I think we're still okay, though. There's no reason to loot, because there's no card in my deck that's better than Thrillseeker. And if I draw second Thrillseeker, you know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't even think about doing the math with the extra 2/2. I didn't think that was going to matter, but it definitely did. Okay. What's our best draw here? Not that. So... we go Animate, Mutavault, I think. No, I could just pump both of these, right? It's the same. Pump both of these. I'm pretty sure I screwed this game up, though. 1, 2, 3. Thrillseeker. Counters onto here. Animate, Mutavault. Send with not the elves. Maybe I should have pumped this. Pump this, then... Yeah, I have a 2/1. I don't know if it's any different. And then this way I can shoot with both this, or sorry, this and this. Yeah, we're dead on board to the Warden. I wish I had done the math the turn before and realized that I need the extra 2/2. All right, we have a song request from Salty Rutabaga. What do you got for me, Salty Rutabaga? This is Shia LaBeouf Live by Rob Cantor. They're not dead, are they? Okay. Yeah. They're at 10. I haven't heard this song in a minute. I've not heard this song in a long time. So, I guess we kill the Warden now, right? Well, the problem is they still have dead of the Bugbear, right? Yeah. Man, I fucked this game up so bad. If I just kept that extra 2/2 and played that one turn... Oh, man. I mean, I could just go to 1, right? Yeah, I could just go to 1. This game has been insane. My goodness. So I'm at 1. Dude, there's no way. There's no way, right? 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Okay, 1, animate. 3, counters. Yeah, it's lethal, right? 3, 4. Jesus Christ. I made this game so much more complicated than it needed to be. Why did I do this? Why did I make this game so complicated? Oh my goodness. Okay, game 2. I should have won that game like 4 turns ago. For some reason, I really wanted to make myself work for that game. But we did it, we figured it out in the long run. It was the Shia LaBeouf song, honestly. It gave me the strength and the power to make sure that I did not mess up that game. How do I feel about Convoke being tier 1 again? Good luck against Phoenix. I mean, Phoenix is tier 1. If you think Phoenix is not tier 1, then I think you're lying to yourself. But Convoke is good, for sure. It is good. I don't think it's as good as Phoenix, in my estimation. Is there anything else I want against them? Oh, the song's over, but it's not really, like, the YouTube video's not over. Alright, well, good enough for me. Okay, so what do we want against them? Rending Volley is interesting because it kills Warden and Luxodon. And then War is also interesting. Pawpatch, pretty bad. So let's swap Pawpatch for Volley. I do kind of like the other War. Because as you saw that game, War is actually kind of important because they have the Warden that gets really big. So you want to be able to kill you want to be able to steal a big Warden with Akroan War. That game was insane. My goodness. Is chat hype for Megalopolis? I don't know what that is. What is Megalopolis? Should I know what that is? It's probably good enough, right? I got a sideboard card. It's a new movie with Shia LaBeouf. Well, I mean, it has to be good at that point then, right? Everyone with a soul should be hype. Well, good news for you. This is exactly what I didn't want to see. Yeah, this is bad. Turn 2, by the way, folks. Did you know that this is also a legal standard curve? They just let you do this in standard these days. They revealed Novice Thraben. Novice Thraben, huh? I think the only way that I get out of this is actually this. I know this play looks bad, but just trust me, okay? Just trust me. And then maybe they have second Gleeful, and then I can end the festivities. But if I let them untap with this, they can just get it outside of Bonecrusher range. So basically, I'm willing to pay 3 to kill the Warden. Because, like, if I festivities this turn, then you know what I mean? Like, this stays in play and I can't kill it ever, so I think this makes more sense. Now what, though, is the question. I mean, I guess I just keep killing all their stuff, right? We do this, and then maybe even stomp something? Yeah. Alright. And then next turn we can war the Knight Errant. This might actually be okay. What's up, Big Oofda? I've been feeling like Pioneer's been a lot better. I think the format has significantly improved to what it was before. I'm very excited for the changes. That's good news. I like to see that. I think it's been good though. We've been playing against a bunch of different decks. It doesn't feel like any one deck is particularly like really over the top. Now, to be fair, we have not played against Phoenix yet today, which I'm a little scared of that, but when I play the Lair there, because I wanted to play the Bonecrusher. I think that was worth it. And now this turn I have to play the Redemption so I can sack the Knight next turn. Never mind, now I don't. So now we actually get to go here. Yeah, they're just going to lose it all, right? No attacks. We get to block all 3, trigger on the stack, crew the Knight. Okay, there's an Inspector. They do get to keep that. They could have Bushwhacker here, right? Oh, I see, okay. So they're actually going to get to keep the Inspectors, which is a little awkward. Yeah, these would have had to attack, but because they found the Knight, they don't have to attack. Okay. What else did they find? Resolute Reinforcements. It's interesting. Well, I mean, we're obviously doing this, right? So we do this. Vitamin, thank you so much for the 13-month resub. Appreciate the resub, Vitamin. Thank you for the support. Glad you're enjoying the Pioneer content, getting us closer to that sub goal. Thanks again for the sub, Vitamin. What on earth do we do this turn? And they're at 17. And we know their last card is Resolute Reinforcements. No, we're not really cooked. I think what I want to do this turn is go Huntsman's Redemption, attack with Chariot, make a copy of the Redemption token, and hold up Bonecrusher. And we're going to have 4 blockers plus the Bonecrusher, or plus the Stomp, rather. I think we're definitely not cooked. I haven't heard that yet, Spice. I do like that band a lot. No, I think this is our best line. And then I can go block all of these profitably. If they attack with Knight, I can either double block or block plus Stomp. Now, if their hand is Resolute Reinforcements plus Bushwhacker, we're dead, but I don't think there's any way we can beat that. I survived through that, right? Yeah, I think if they attack all, they're dead, I believe. Yeah, I think they're dead. Because now we get to go here, 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 here. Stomp Recruiter go to 2. And we know their last card is Resolute Reinforcements. And then we just go Crew Chariot. Yeah, they're just dead. Well, are they dead? I think they're dead, right? Crew Chariot hit for... Actually, oh, that is enough. Is it? Wait, hold on. Is this enough? We can also just go here, right? 5, 10. Yeah, this is the same thing, too. So we go here. Counters here. And then we use these 2 to crew. Hit for 9, shove them for 5. Copy this. Shrimpy, thank you again for the sub. You are dead. All right, nice little 3-2 with Gruul Vehicles. 3 deuce. Oh, thank you for the sub, Shrimpy. I appreciate that. That was a sick match. I think I was insanely behind both of those games. That was a really good showcase of the Gruul deck. All right, stonks. Streamer did win. Alrighty, so for those of you who are watching on YouTube, welcome to the new Pioneer format. Although I will say, we did not get to play against any of the Is It Phoenix, so those main deck hearses did not come into play. I did kind of like Pawpatch Recruit a little bit. I mentioned a couple of times throughout the video, Hunter's Talent, a little bit awkward on the play, or a little bit awkward on the draw, rather, excuse me, so might only be relegated to the sideboard. Akroan War, fantastic. The Frillback, I could take or leave that one. Moving forward, if I were to change this deck, I would probably swap the hearses and the talents and look towards maybe playing another Pawpatch, maybe a couple of Obliterating Bolts, and then potentially a third Akroan War main deck. But I think this is a pretty good place to be in the new Pioneer meta. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. And YouTube, I will see you all in the next one. Bye, YouTube.